Noel Kelly, talk to us about when you saw the Kangaroos walking across all in their jackets with that crest above their heart. Tell us what that means as a player who's played for Australia.
Well, to see the walk out in their outfit, it just brings a tingle, mate. And they're all such good, fit, young style, good style of young Aussies, and they're going to represent us well, And if we'd have looked anything like that when we were going, I think I'd still be pretty proud.
Bring a lot of good memories from when you played.
Oh, yeah, and they're going to have a great tour. There's no easy games on this World Cup, like these days. Our days, you could get away with an easy game now and again, but there's no easy games now, and it's so fast there's nowhere to hide. So, but they're all ready for it, and they're all lovely blokes to talk to. That's the main thing, And we were here representing the '63 side, and they really took to us, It was good stuff.
Talk about that 1963 time. There must be a lot of good stories from that tour, and being the first team to win the Ashes over there in England must be some great stories there.
Well, there is some great stories, but it all started in 1959, because the 1963 side was the nucleus of it. We were 59 Kangaroos, and in 1959 we were all young, 21, 22, and the bombs were big and strong, and we didn't know what to expect really. And they dished us up. We won a test, but they dished us up a bit, in club game, taught us how to run on those heavy fields and all that sort of stuff. So when we went back in 1963, we were all 4 years older and our bones had hardened up, and we were ready for them, And I must say to this, there was a lot of the Englishmen at that stage were getting towards the end of their career, but we got them on the right day, and we were on fire that day, particularly that day, and we would have beaten anyone that day.
A lot's changed since that 1963 tour. I mean, you played over 30 games. Australia played over 30 games over a couple of months. A lot's changed.
Well, 1963 was about nearly 4 months away. 1959 was 5.5 months. These trips, this one here's 7 weeks, and they're going to 2 or 3 different countries, and that's unbelievable. I'd love to be going with them, to be quite frank. It's a hell of a tour, really.
And just finally, talking about the pride in the Australian jumper, you said it brought a tingle to you, and seeing the crest, it's survived the test of time, hasn't it, from when you played in it?
Those lads today, I mentioned inside about the pride in that crest, and they all feel it. Nearly half of that team that have just gone have just said, well, we're proud enough, we can do it. We can look after the crest. Everything's sweet.
And finally, just a quick one: the players in that 1963 time, that some of them have gone in to be in the top 100 players of all time. It was some fair side you went over with.
Well, I mean, in a touring team, you always get the 13 test players, and the other 13 have to just go along, as they call them, the dirties or something. But in amongst that there's very little between the whole 26 players, and of course it's harder to be a dirty on a tour than it is to be one of the stars of the show, because winning games is everything. You'll have a successful tour or you'll have a successful season if you're winning games, but it's different if you're not, and that's if you've got the second guys that are nearly as good as the others, and they're all happy with what they're doing, the whole thing will be great at the end of the day. But there has been times where it hasn't worked that way, But the first team must keep winning.
And what would be your final message to the boys as they get on the plane and head over to compete against England and the rest of the strong nations at the World Cup?
Well, I think they've got to have a great trip. I think they've got to treat the locals like they treat one another, not be dirty on people, and because they can't speak language or something like this, It's just enjoy it. If they're doing it, you're doing it, and just enjoy the whole trip. That's the main thing. Like, this is life-changing for some of these guys. It changed my life. I was a butcher in Goodna in Queensland, and here I am, 77 years old, and I'm still preaching to footballers, But I mean, I've been rugby league all my life, so I suppose I owe more to the game more than them.